Hi, I'm Anna Celestino. Let me start out by saying I am so sorry things are difficult for you right now. I really hope you'll find what I have to share with you today from the BreakUp Bootcamp to be helpful. If you watch my short presentation all the way to the end, you're going to discover a critical mistake most nice guys make when navigating their divorce and exactly how you can avoid it. You'll also find out the secret to maintaining balance while your world is falling apart. And finally, you'll get a map that will help you navigate the emotional roller coaster that starts with those painful words, I want a divorce, and ends with an amazing new life. When all is said and done, if you apply this information, you'll be able to make powerful choices you can live with despite the emotional turmoil. You'll be able to keep your life functioning during this difficult transition, and you'll be able to see the light at the end of the tunnel, even if it may seem right now as if all is lost. Michael is a devoted family man who was married for 15 years. He used the tips I'm about to share with you to navigate a difficult separation and minimize the collateral damage to his children, which was his top priority. Here's Jason. These strategies helped him come out of his fog of pain just in time to prevent him from walking away with nothing. Others have gotten through this, and so will you. Obviously, I'm not a guy, but I do know what it's like to go through a painful divorce. I know what it's like to lie awake all night wondering if you could have done something different. I know what it's like to open your eyes in the morning and be hit with the reality that life as you know it is still over. I know how frightening it is to look out into that black hole that once was your future. I've been there. I get it. In fact, it was this unbearable pain that motivated me to dive deeper into understanding this process and to discover some very grounded ways to navigate through. The BreakUp Bootcamp is a unique divorce and separation coaching program for nice guys like you to maintain clarity during one of the most difficult times of your life, to maintain your integrity and come out with your heart and soul intact. And it's the same process my clients have used to reclaim the lost parts of themselves and go on to live amazing lives. Be sure to listen all the way to the end for an opportunity to sample the BreakUp Bootcamp at no charge in a one-on-one session with me. But first, I want to talk to you about one of the most immediate challenges you're facing. How to maintain balance and keep your life going while your world is upside down. And I've got the secret for how to do that, how you can avoid all the confusion so you know exactly what's happening and how to respond. Ready? Here it is. Your divorce is like your marriage on steroids. For some reason, we go into the separation or divorce thinking somehow it's going to be different from the marriage. We approach our partners as if they'll suddenly communicate and cooperate, think clearly and fairly. All the stored up resentment, anger, and hurt on both sides from all the years of marriage get amped up times 10. Whatever was dysfunctional in the relationship is still dysfunctional, and now it's under pressure. Expecting it to be different is like the definition of insanity, doing the same thing and expecting different results, and it will set you up for hurt and anger time and time again. You're going to have a lot to work out with each other, and this is going to come up over and over. Want to minimize the ups and downs of the emotional roller coaster? Keep your expectations realistic, and you won't be disappointed. Be realistic, and you won't be thrown off. The truth is, there's more to what you're going through than just getting through it. Every challenge we face in life is an opportunity. And this is a good time to talk about why a female coach would create a coaching program for nice guys going through a divorce. It started when a close friend called me at 4:30 in the morning. He thought he needed to go to the hospital because he was in so much pain. When I got there, he said his wife was trying to have the kids taken away from him. Now, this is a nice guy, coaching the kids' teams, backyard barbecues, involved in their schoolwork, the whole thing. He was in so much pain he physically couldn't move. Not long after, a client of mine came to his session and told me his wife had asked for a divorce. He looked like he hadn't slept or eaten in days. He was in shock. He was sure it was all his fault and was considering giving her the house and full custody of the kids. In the weeks that followed, I was humbled by working with these men. I was touched not only by their rawness, but by their willingness to look within. I realized this was their hero's journey. I told you at the beginning I would give you a map to help you navigate the emotional roller coaster you're now on. This is the same territory we cover in the BreakUp Bootcamp that's helped my clients transform their experience from paralyzing pain to being in full control of their lives. See if you can recognize where you're at. Phase 1. The end of the world as you know it. Someone speaks the D word. It could be you or your partner. Your world comes crashing down. Phase 2. I'll do anything not to feel this way. The pain is devastating, debilitating. You wander in a fog while somehow the world carries on around you. This is a critical stage where really bad decisions are made in settling with your soon-to-be ex. You'll do or say anything to make the pain stop. Now more than ever, you need the right support. Phase 3, acceptance. Believe it or not, the way out of the pain is through it. This is happening, facing friends, relinquishing what you saw as your life, embracing the void. Unexpectedly, when you stop resisting, you find peace. You begin to breathe again. You sleep, you eat, you stop living with ghosts and start seeing possibilities. Phase 4. I remember you. Living on your own, suddenly, surprisingly, lost parts of yourself reemerge. What you like, what makes you laugh, the hopes and dreams you had for your life return. You begin to reclaim who you are, and it feels great. Phase 5, a new life. Instead of the worst thing that ever happened to you, you begin to see this experience as an amazing journey. You've survived your dark night of the soul and emerged a better man, and now you're ready for a new and happy life. Wouldn't you like to get to your amazing new life sooner rather than later? Let me tell you the hidden roadblock to why this process can take longer than it has to and be more painful than it needs to be. When we're in crisis, who do we get help from? Our friends? Sometimes their advice can be helpful, but a lot of times the conversation quickly jumps from your situation to their divorce to their friend's horrible divorce that gives you nightmares. This is not helpful. Or maybe you keep what's happening to yourself. You're not a sharer. Or you don't want to say anything bad about her in case you get back together. And eventually, no matter how good your intentions, you could basically spend years wandering through this emotional maze while it takes a toll on every part of your life, including your work, your family, your health, and your happiness, hoping that somehow, some way, eventually, you'll be happy again. This may work, but how long will it take and at what cost? This is not what I want for you, and I know it's not what you want for yourself. Here's what my clients had to say about getting support. The work you did with me has changed my life. One of the best things I've done for myself in a long, long time. I couldn't get through this without you. Whether it's me or a therapist or other professional, you deserve to have support so you come out of this experience with not just your finances intact, but your heart and soul. Okay, I said I would tell you the critical mistake most nice guys make when emotionally and financially negotiating a difficult divorce and exactly how you can avoid it. And believe me, I would only say this to good guys. Here it is. Nice guys always take responsibility. That's not the mistake. That's what makes you nice. You want to figure out if you did something wrong and how you can fix it. After all, this is someone you love or loved. You don't just turn that off. Again, nice guy. The mistake comes when you confuse responsibility and guilt. It takes two to tango. Want to maintain the high road and not lose your shirt? Ask yourself, what part is yours? What part is hers? Take responsibility for your part, then forgive yourself and move on. Let me make this crystal clear. In no way am I saying not to take responsibility for your part in your marriage, but you don't have to beat yourself up forever. You don't have to give away the farm. You just have to be clear with yourself about what you did and why. Then move forward and try not to make the same mistakes again. Okay, I know that was a lot to cover, so where do you go from here? You have two choices. Choice number 1, soldier on, getting advice from friends and family. People do it. Somehow you get through it. Or there's choice number 2, the brilliant choice. Get real help. I know you're probably thinking this is a terrible time to spend money. Lawyers' fees, alimony, child support. Just hearing the words is overwhelming. And all the more reason this is a great investment in your future. When I got divorced, I spent 5 years and tens of thousands of dollars in therapy because I did not want a repeat performance. All I can tell you is to this day, it's the best money I've ever spent because I'll never make those same mistakes again, and I'm a stronger, better person because of it. Going through this process may be one of the most difficult things you ever do. If you had to make a decision in business whether to drag a project out doing everything alone or hire great help and ensure you got to the finish line with great results, you know what you would do. You'd get great help. I know how it is. Everybody else's needs come first, and I'm afraid that's what you'll do now. Suck it up, push through. Maybe that's worked in the past, but how many times have you faced a challenge like this? There's no substitute for help from a living, breathing expert who's there just for you. And that's what I have to offer you. I'm Anna Celestino, and I'm the creator of the BreakUp Bootcamp, one of the most unique separation and divorce guidance programs around. I've been a certified life coach for over 10 years and have worked with hundreds of people in their make or break moments. And because I know how difficult things are for you right now, I'm willing to work with you one-on-one for 45 minutes. We'll get on the phone together and I'll do a high priority crisis session with you. Tell me your challenges and I'll give you my best insights and feedback. Even if you already feel overwhelmed and don't think you can add another thing to your plate, even if you're not the touchy-feely type or you usually try to figure things out on your own, do this for yourself. The cost for this high-priority crisis session is 100% free. You've got nothing to lose and everything to gain. All I ask is that you come with an open mind, are willing to take responsibility for your actions, and have the courage to face what you're feeling even if you don't know how right now. This is not for you if you think it's all the other person's fault and you did nothing wrong. To schedule your free high priority crisis session, just click the button under this video. When my calendar pops up, choose whatever appointment time you like. I'll call you at that time and we'll go right to work clearing the confusion, reducing the pain, and getting you back on stable ground. The one thing all of my clients have in common is that they're committed enough to the success of their lives and their families to reach out and get real help when they needed it. Starting today, their success can be your success. Their relief can be your relief. It all begins with clicking the button under this video and letting me help you. I'm Anna Celestino. Click the button below and let's talk soon.